As I'm certain you now know, this is my last year at CCRI. It's likely that I will be here through most of the fall semester. That has been kind of, I don't know, and everybody asking, what are you doing next? Are you retiring? I keep saying I wish I could, but I can't. So no, I'm not retiring, and I can't give you an exact date yet because we're a bit unsure about when the new president will take over. The board has clearly said we're very pleased that you're willing to stay on until we get a new president. So I will remain in this position until a new president is in fact voted on by the board and has a starting date, just because lots of people have been asking that. You might have seen in the Providence Journal that the search committee met here on campus on August 17th, and they have promised to keep an update on the process. So this by no means is a final farewell, because I know that I will have the opportunity to speak with you and see many of you this semester. But in reality, this is the last time that we will be assembled together during my presidency. Here are just a few highlights. We received an excellent, outstanding, one of the best in the country, NEASC review and full accreditation. You should all stand very proud today through 2024, thanks to the comprehensive and diligent work of many faculty and staff members. We solved $1 million plus deficit and overcame challenges presented by state funding in 1960 levels, and did it without a single layoff at this institution. We launched our first capital campaign, Imagine campaign, which raised more than $5 million. With those funds, we undertook much needed renovations at our campuses, including dental labs, the libraries, and this theater. We have also refurbished our athletic fields and upgraded our heating and electrical systems for significant savings in utility costs. We had near record enrollments. The only higher enrollment numbers were recorded in a time when free tuition was offered during the recession in the 90s. We graduated our largest class ever in 2013, awarding 2,101 degrees and certificates. We awarded 2011 and 2014 and 1963 this year. We have helped thousands of uninsured and underinsured Rhode Islanders through Kathy Gazzola and her team get free dental care through the Rhode Island Oral Health Foundation's Mission of Mercy in our Flanagan campus dental labs for the past 4 years. Our faculty and students have helped make this contribution to our community possible. We also have lived up to the word community in our name by giving back to nonprofit agencies across the state during our annual Community Service Day, which began during my first inauguration week. We have accomplished some fantastic work during these opportunities to share our time and talents with some wonderful organizations. We have secured more than $20 million in grant funding to help us create new programs to meet employer needs, develop career pathways for displaced and underemployed workers, to fund programs that assist low-income, first-generation, and disabled students, and much more. And there is so much more. Just look at how much we have achieved over the last 10 years. Look at all those photos we just saw. I think I'm not quite the same person as I used to be. Look at this young guy. Yes, that's me. And yes, I used to have hair. But yeah, it's my high school picture, and I don't know, somebody said I was 6 in the other one, and the other one was when it was my very first job at Middlesex Community College, and yes, I did have hair. That is me. So, seriously, through speaking of our team accomplishments, I'm pleased to report that we learned last month that our early childhood education Child Development Associate Degree Program achieved accreditation this summer from the National Association for Education of Young Children's Commission on Early Childhood Associate Degree Accreditation. The Commission noted that CCRI's program enjoys a reputation of excellence throughout the state of Rhode Island. It noted our high-quality teaching, advising support, and strong, committed faculty. Early Childhood Education and Child Development Program, please stand for a round of applause for that outstanding accreditation. CCRI is just one of 180 institutions in the country with programs that have achieved accreditation and is the only one in Rhode Island. That is outstanding and great work. Just yesterday, or a couple days ago, we heard that our nursing program is one of the best in the entire country. In fact, they rank ordered them, including four-year universities and two-year colleges, and CCRI was just below the University of Rhode Island and ahead of Rhode Island College. In fact, amongst community colleges, Greg, what was the number? We're in the top 15%? 10%. So I'm going to ask the nursing department, who I've worked with since the day I've been here, to please stand. They are now ranked amongst the community colleges in the United States in the top 10%. Congratulations. That's pretty special. Thank you all for the great work that you do, and congratulations. I've heard that many of you have had busy and productive summers. You can read about all the submissions in the brochure that we passed out when you came in, but I'd like to highlight just a few of them. The first is a group. Could I please ask the following faculty members to stand? Marie Coughlin, Louise Malaret, Dwayne Rieger, Heather Townsend, Regina Traficante, Jeannie Mullaney, and Karen Courts. Would you all please stand? Marie, Louise, Dwayne, Heather, and Regina spent their summer participating in a multidisciplinary faculty learning community facilitated by Karen and Jeannie. Each redesigned one course to include an undergraduate research project this academic year that the entire class will participate in. Some of the projects our students will research include the effects of ocean acidification on Rhode Island shellfish, the financial IQ of CCRI students and faculty, and a survey of the tree species around the Flanagan campus in Lincoln. Watch for the CITLA informational session this fall to learn more about the progress of these research projects. Louise and Heather also were selected to attend this summer's course-based undergraduate research experience at Summer Institute at the University of Texas at Austin, and they shared what they learned with the rest of the learning community when they returned. Congratulations to each and all of you. What great work you have accomplished, and I know you are eager to see the fruits of your labor. Thank you on behalf of the college for all you've done. Nursing Professor Nancy Stone, are you here? Would you please stand? Where's Nancy? There she is. Nancy presented taking the mystery out of automatic cardio defibrillator therapy this summer at the American Academy of Nurse Practitioner National Conference in New Orleans. More than 5,000 attended this conference, which also celebrated 50 years of nurse practitioners. Nancy, congratulations on all that you did. And Associate Professor Susan K. McCormick. Susan, please stand. Suzanne served as a project scholar and co-director on a 2-week National Endowment for the Humanities Institute for College and University Instructors. The topic was Early American Women's History, teaching from within the archives. And 24 English and history professors, primarily from community colleges from 20 states, participated in lectures and workshops held at research centers and historic sites throughout Rhode Island and Massachusetts. Suzanne, great job and thank you. There have been some other wonderful things going on this summer, and quite frankly, lots of things that you may have noticed as you came in this morning. The first phase of the Warwick Renewal Program is wrapping up. It featured safety improvements, including the raised crosswalk with solar power warning beacons for the faculty staff parking lot to increase pedestrian safety, as well as some sprucing up and some new and renovated spaces. The pavilion outside that is being completed In the back of the building is adjacent to the new home of the RIPTA bus stops. We're moving the bus stop from the front of the building to the side of the building. Yes, I did listen to you. And it's about time we did that. We will be adding seating and tables to this area, so quite frankly, it will become a new expanded space outside that I think all of you will be able to use as a teaching station and or just a place to meet with each other and have lunch. Our student union underwent an expansion and renovation, bumping out into a portion of the lower commons. Ron Schertz and I worked on this project for how long, Ron? Forever, for 10 years. That's what it feels like. So we are extraordinarily pleased that new space for our clubs, dedicated storage space, a new gaming area, lounge, upgraded computer facilities, the Unfiltered Lens newspaper office are all going to be relocated. And if you have a chance before you leave, stop down the lower commons to experience a wonderful new space for our students. And you've probably noticed that our canary yellow trim paint, the wonderful canary yellow paint that all of you have complained to me about, has been updated to a more sophisticated burgundy. And I hope you enjoy that. I think our visual arts students are really going to enjoy their new learning spaces. The new learning spaces after the art studios underwent an impressive $2.4 million renovation, which moved the corridor from the center of the space to the exterior wall and carved space for individual programs such as painting, photography, printmaking, ceramics, and textiles from what was once one large open space. That's an extraordinary art studio now, and I'm going to tell you something. There's probably nowhere in the nation that equals this, and I want to thank each and every one of you for the great work that went into it. If you haven't seen it, stop by. It is truly an extraordinary space for our art students, and thank you all for that great effort that you did in making it the kind of space that you did. Active projects at other campuses include adding swipe card locks in Lincoln and Providence, new doors in Lincoln, roof work in Providence and Newport, and handicapped accessibility upgrades at all 4 campuses that will be ongoing over the next couple of years. We will talk more about the future projects for this campus in just a few minutes, but we've got a lot more in store to help bring this aging campus into the 21st century as we begin the college's next 50 years. Our 50th anniversary, and it was truly an honor, and I tell you this from the bottom of my heart, for me to have been president during this special anniversary year, which began here in this room last year on opening day and culminated with our 50th commencement in May. Let's take a look back at some of the highlights in this video.
This college is called the People's College, is devoted to the service of students, and as you...
Good morning. My name's Jim Flanagan, and 50 years ago today, my dad opened this college.
Back in that first year, we were called the Miracle on Promenade Street. I believe that CCRI is now the pride of Rhode Island. And with your continued loyalty and support, CCRI will continue to change the lives for the next 50 years and beyond.
50 years of serving the state of Rhode Island, helping our students get to where they are in life. I want to thank all of you that are here today for making this an incredible community college for the state of Rhode Island.
It's great to continue the legacy of my dad, who started the junior college, Rhode Island Junior College, back when he was governor 50 years ago. Community College of Rhode Island strives to be Rhode Island's community college, meeting the educational needs of the people of this state. Now, therefore, as governor of the state of Rhode Island, I do hereby proclaim November 12th, 2014 as CCRI Day in Rhode Island. And CCRI, happy birthday.
We're so happy to have all celebrate 50 wonderful years of performing arts here at CCRI.
If I would have known it would be like that, I'd rather not give you a divorce.
She doesn't exist.
Now is the time to seize the day. They're gonna see there's hell to pay. For all and all, for one, for all and all. For one.
And these are our honorees for tonight. How about another round of applause?
Just how blind I was. Who cares? Let them have their fun.
A number of us on the faculty thought it would be a great idea to raise money for students who suffer sudden financial need and may have to drop out of school as a result of it. So we thought if we raised enough money, we could have a pot that they could draw from to keep them in school too. Many people here today are doing their very first 5K. Everyone is doing their very first CCRI 5K.
The founding faculty, what was then the junior college, didn't want to have any barrier between academic disciplines. So this radical idea came up. What if we put the whole campus under one roof? That's why you have that big aircraft carrier sitting out there. It was very unusual. There was a lot of criticism of it. And when people said it looked ugly or people shouldn't be crossing over, my father said, we're not building this institution just for today. We're building it for the students of the 21st century. And here you are.
What an amazing year this has been. You have great reason to be proud of all you have accomplished here. Graduates, this is your opportunity to thank the people who have helped you along your journey to be where you are this evening. Thank you to all of the family members, guests, and faculty and staff. All of you. Graduates, please join me with recognizing all of those who have helped you achieve where you are this evening. What a very special year it was, and I know many of you did not get to see all the events that happened, and a lot of work went into this, and it gave the college incredible visibility during these very special events. They were well planned, well executed, and well attended. In fact, most of our events were sold out, and the honoring our alumni was completely sold out. Being your president during this milestone year will always be a highlight of my career, and I remember this time extraordinarily fondly. As we look to the next 50 years, it's an exciting time for the college. The college will be transitioning to a new leader, and change always brings opportunity. No, there are many good things in store for the college. In fact, a few of them are underway. You probably have seen some reports about a proposed education and training center in Westerly. Building on the success of our satellite campus in Westerly High School, the college would manage this new site with Electric Boat as our anchor tenant. Its location and its proximity to EB's facilities, both in Quonset and in Groton, Connecticut. CCRI is focused on developing curriculum for 4 areas based on EB's needs. We will also move some of our courses from the satellite high school to our own facility. We will recruit students from the surrounding districts, and URI and Rick, much like we do at the Shepherd Building, will also share the facility in offering courses. There'll be approximately 18 classrooms. Just a little bit more on that. There's a gentleman called Chuck Royce. He's the owner of the Ocean House. He decided, after meeting him about 16 months ago, that he's going to give us close to $2 million to build this. And the town of Westerly and the state of Rhode Island are all committed to this. It has approvals across all the boards. It's going to become an incredible training center in the Westerly area for many years to come. And this project started some 15, 16 months ago, very quietly on Saturdays and Sundays. I can't complain too much as I got to hang out at the Ocean House with the owner and got to know him well. And at the end of the day, CCRI is going to have one of the premier training centers in the country. This is a great example of public and private partnership to eradicate an identified skills gap. I'm proud to have been involved in its creation, and I think it will be a real benefit to all of Rhode Island. We saw some of the projects in the first phase of the Warwick Renew project, but let me tell you about some of what is coming in the $25 million upgrades over the next several fiscal years. This year, we'll see the first phase of changes in the Great Hall Lower Commons. We'll upgrade lighting, provide flexible seating areas, and add advanced audiovisual capabilities, supporting a variety of events from fairs and concerts to lunch study groups. In the Classroom of the Future project, 3 sixth-floor classrooms are being redesigned with different styles of audiovisual technology and furniture groupings. During the coming terms, faculty will have the opportunity to teach with each style and make recommendations how and when to use each set of tools. The findings will determine the mix of upgrades with implementation over the next 3 fiscal years. We will say goodbye to the old sign at the East Avenue entrance that members of our physical plant have had to change by hand in rain, cold, and snow for many years. A new digital sign will enable us to post multiple messages and quickly post emergency messages when necessary. Our marketing and communication staffs will not have to call the physical plant to let them know the letters are falling off anymore. And where's my team of there they are. all my guys in the back, stand up because I know you're happy that that's changing. So our maintenance staff, all the guys have done so much work. Come on, guys. Inside the building, our students and visitors will appreciate a new wayfinding system, including interactive computerized map screens to help them navigate the sometimes tricky building. Next fiscal year, we'll start work to enclose the main entrance ramp and resurface it to meet accessibility standards. No longer will those entering the campus be exposed to noisy HVAC units, the weather, or all of those pigeons. Along with that, we'll see a relocated entry stairway at the 2nd floor to provide better access to the Great Hall and Lower Commons. A new college police area on this floor will provide visitors with an easily locatable source of information, as well as an increased presence of security. We'll also see a new student services area and enrollment services with an inviting waiting area and an elevator to advising and counseling offices upstairs for accessibility. Down the road, we will see fieldhouse modernization, more traffic safety upgrades, additional student interaction areas, a food service facility upgrade, elevator upgrades, and more. And separate from the Renew projects, we'll also see a joint renovation of the chemistry and biology labs. Both have outdated equipment as well as an open classroom plan. Chemistry will renovate 2 labs, an instrumentation room, 4 prep rooms, and an office. Biology will renovate 5 labs, 5 prep rooms, and an office. Work will begin next spring on this long overdue project. Beyond our new venture with Electric Boat in Westerly, you'll also see some existing new academic programs on campus, building on courses from our Cisco program in computer studies. We have designed a cybersecurity associate degree program we're hoping to open students in the spring. We are working with the Rhode Island Hospitality Association to seek input on the demand for an expanded hospitality and culinary program beyond our existing current certificate. The College Curriculum Committee has approved a certificate program designed to assist students in learning and improving skills in geriatric care services to support elderly individuals. The Curriculum Committee has also approved a certificate program in early childhood education designed to improve or upgrade knowledge and skills in early childhood development and child care. We also have several new transfer articulations with great institutions like Roger Williams, New England Tech, Bridgewater State, Providence College, Suffolk University, UMass, Dartmouth, Lowell, and others. We're still, as you know, in late registration, but this year's fall enrollment as of this morning is about 16,000. That's slightly less than last year. Most colleges we're finding across the entire country, community colleges are seeing declining enrollments of about 5 to 10%. I'm not real surprised by that. As the economy gets better, I think students are finding jobs and are not coming back. Remember, 70% of our students are part-time here. 70% are part-time. And that means that they're having to work to be able to afford college. We'll be watching this very closely, and as we do every day, we'll make sure that we're enrolling students right up to the final day that we can. We anticipate that we probably will be down about 5 to 7%. That will not affect huge budget constraints, so I will tell you at this point, do not worry about that. As I do every opening day, I'd like to give you a picture of where we stand financially. And after years of seeing support erode back to the 1963 levels, we finally saw an increase in our budget of about $2.5 million. So again, when you look at the budget and you look at it overall conditions, we're going to be in pretty good shape with about $2 million to continue the Warwick Renew project as well. So I think, as you can see, together we have laid the groundwork for a solid and exciting future for our community college. It's such an honor and a privilege to have served this college alongside of each of you, and to have been just one of 4 presidents in the last 50 years. Many of you have asked, what am I going to do next? I'm in the process of looking at lots of very interesting opportunities. I promise you that when I do finally decide which one I will do, I will inform all of you and move on to my next chapter, as all of you will do as well. Then I suspect, as I said, I will be here through most of this first semester, and in second semester or somewhere towards the end of the semester, you all will have a new president. I thank you so much for the support you have given me over this past decade, and I know that you will all do your part to continue to move the college forward under its new leadership. Who will be? This was a very different college when I arrived, and at the directive and charge from the board, it was very clear of what they wanted to achieve. As we've seen this morning, as a group, as a team, as a college, we have prospered by working together, all for the good of this college, and most importantly, for these young people who sit here today, our students. That's why we all work here each and every day. Think about this number: 66,000 alum of all ages, races, backgrounds, and experiences. They all chose to come to CCRI to change their lives. I ask you to remember, each and every one of you, as you begin a new academic year, why are we all here? Why we work in higher education? Why we get up in the morning and come here every day? It's an honor. It is always about our students. We are an incredibly caring community of professionals who understand the role that higher education plays in helping Rhode Islanders experience a higher quality life and to provide a better life for their families. It is quite simply why we do what we do each and every day. We are helping students change their lives and achieve their dreams. We are the Community College of Rhode Island. And I hope that all of you feel as proud as I do that we have had extraordinary accomplishments over the last 50 years. I've had an incredible ride with you. Thank you for all that you do. Have a great academic year, and thank you.